barely made it through med school. Somehow I made it through. I'm just an intern, I still make a mistake or two. I was last in my class, barely passed at the institute.
One morning, Henry was feeling very sorry for himself. Sometimes he could pull
Dinner.
but sometimes he felt he had no strength at all. I suffered dreadfully, and no one cares. Rubbish, Henry, snorted.
Waka waka!
You don't work hard enough. The field controller spoke to him too. You're too expensive, Henry. You had lots of new parts and new paint too, but they've done you no good. If we can't make you better,
You will die.
this made Henry, his driver, and his fireman.
Feel uncomfortable.
The controller was waiting when Henry came to the platform. He had taken off his hat and coat and put on his overalls. Henry managed to start, but his fireman was not satisfied. Henry is a bad steamer, he said to the controller. I build up his fire, but it doesn't give enough heat. Henry tried very hard, but it was no good. He didn't have enough steam and came to a stop outside Edward's
Coney Island Disco Palace.
Oh dear, thought Henry, I shall have to
Die.
Oh dear, oh dear. All he could do was to go slowly onto a siding, and Edward took charge of the train.
Hey, where'd he go? Come back here!
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I've still commitments while I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from.
What do you think is wrong, fireman? Asked the controller. Excuse me, sir, he answered, but the fact is the
Spaghetti!
is wrong. We've had a poor
TV.
lately, and today it's...
Mashed potatoes.
The other engines can manage, they have big...
Floors in Hyrule.
Henry's is small and can't make the heat. With Welsh,
Bagel.
it'd be a different engine. It's expensive, said the controller, but Henry must have a fair chance.
Waka waka!
Go and fetch some.
Or else waka waka! You will die.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
When the Welsh
Bagel.
came, Henry's driver and fireman were excited. Now we'll show them, Henry, old fellow. They carefully made his fire, putting large
Bagel.
like a wall round the outside. Then the glowing middle part was covered with small
Bagel.
Wait and see, said the fireman. We'll have a roaring fire, just when we want it. The fireman was right. When Henry reached the platform, the water was boiling nicely, and he had to let off steam. How are you, Henry? Beep, 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 whistled Henry. I feel fine. Have you a good fire, driver? Never better, sir, and plenty of steam. No record breaking, warned the controller.
Or else you will die.
Henry had a lovely day. He had never felt so well in his life. He wanted to go fast, but his driver let him. Steady, old fellow, he would say. There's plenty of time. They arrived early at the station. Thomas puffed in. "Where have you been, lazybones?" asked Henry. "Oh, I can't wait for dawdling tank engines like you. Goodbye." "Whoosh," said Thomas to Annie and Clarabelle. "Have you ever seen anything like it?"
No.